The Kubler-Ross 5 Stages of Grief model explains the process of grieving one experiences when they've had a loss. This could either be due to a death or a loss of something deeply important to you. The stages are as follows: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I have recently gone through the stages of grief because my parents got divorced. The denial stage was a quick stage for me. Once I had learned about their separation, we were all still living under the same roof, which made the situation more confusing for me. It only took a day or two until I moved into the anger stage. The anger stage is described as frustration, irritation, and anxiety. My feelings of anger were more intense than the following adjectives. I was very expressive with my anger. There was no controlling it for a while. Although hurtful towards my mother, it made me feel better, which was what mattered to me at the time. The anger stage lasted around 5 months. I learned of my parents' separation during my Christmas break of my sophomore year of college, so it was easier for me to calm down once I went back to school for that spring semester. I don't believe that the stages of grief occur in a consecutive manner. I was in the bargaining and depression stage at the same time, and these two stages lasted the longest. The bargaining stage is described as feelings of helplessness and hostility. I was hostile with my mom for years after it happened. I felt helpless that I lost my family that I had for 20 years, and that there was nothing I could do about it. The depression stage is described as reaching out to others and telling one's story. I told my story to almost everyone I met. Talking about what I went through was the most therapeutic action I took. I did not realize until we talked about it in class that this part was part of the depression stage. The depression stage and depression stage lasted roughly 3.5 years for me. Only within the past year have I realized that I have started to become more into the acceptance stage. I don't feel the need to talk about what happened to me anymore. Both my parents are in new relationships, which was first hard to handle, but now is getting easier. It is relieving to finally be in this stage. I have less anger and less anxiety. I don't know if this situation is something I'll ever fully accept, though I also know that I never thought that I would reach the point where I am now.
Created using Powtoon.